What is good, guys? Bray here. Welcome back to the channel. It is the 10th of May and I'm officially 3 weeks out. Today we're going to run you through a 550 gram carb high day refeed. I'm smiling for a reason. We've got the beautiful skyline in the background of Dubai. This is just my morning walk. You can see we've got the harbour, the yachts, which has all been relatively newly built. But the setup today is to really show you guys what a typical high day will look like. The meals and the food sources that we're going to consume. But we've set today up a little bit differently, simply because obviously I've been training fasted in the morning. The whole purpose of a high day really is to replenish glycogen, put you in a position to continue to burn fat at a great rate, but also Cal needs to see what impact that high day has to my body. So we're going to train after 2 meals today, which is going to be a big bowl of oats and some chicken and rice. So hopefully after those meals, Cal's going to be able to see what I look like a lot fuller, because I've been dropping flat very quickly. So I believe scale weight this morning was 85.6. We've been hovering around the 85.6, 85.4, 85.3 for around a week now. So just to speed that rate of loss up, we're going to drive some more carbs in, reduce an element of fatigue and get the body back responsive. Plan of action really today is to shift that fatigue that has been accumulated through the last 14 days of digging, when the last high day was. Previous high day we ran 500 carb, we're going to go 50 more because I lost weight on that. But in regards to output, we changed the script. So rather than the 40-minute CV work that I've been doing every single day, we've reduced that just to 20, and we've also taken clen from 80 mcg to 40, and your himbine is completely out. The rest of the fat burners, T4, has stayed in. Everything else? I'm trying to think. L-carnitine, that's the one. L-carnitine still in. We're going to train around midday, which I'm actually looking forward to, because Friday's a good day for me. I do check-in Sunday to Thursday. Friday I get up, and in today's case, I'm on my beautiful walk. So excited to show you what a high day looks like. Excited to show you the types of food that I'm going to be eating. Let's get fucking massive. I feel so skinny. So skinny. I've literally sleep's been in the bin. Energy's been on the floor. I've been dragging my feet. But as I've said, the worse you feel, the better you look. And we're 3 weeks out and we've got the reward today. So let's fucking get it. One thing I will say today is, and it's nothing to do with the high day. It's nothing to do with bodybuilding. But if you're not happy with your life, do something about it. Because the best advice I could give is, nothing is given in life, it's always earned. And I come from a tiny town called Rotherham, working class family, and by hustling over the last 8-9 years and being relentless day in day out, this is now my morning walk. And that's not me bragging, that's me saying, look, if I can do it, a normal guy from Rotherham, you can. I was never a believer of gratitude. I was like, no, not got the time to do that. And recently I've been practicing it more, as I said on my previous video, and I spend time now. I've got no phone, nothing. Yeah, I've got my camera, but it's just me and you guys. But I'm just so grateful for the life that I've been able to build, and my morning walk and the surroundings. Dubai is the best city in the world, man. Like, it is without a doubt the best city in the world. And I've often said, like, I get homesick. You need to give something time in life, and like, I head home next week, and this is the first time that I actually don't want to go home, like, at all. To be honest, it's a little bit sweaty, so it's only 7 o'clock now. If you don't get out for your walk at 7 o'clock in the morning, you're not getting out till like 7 in the evening. And if you do, you're coming back sweaty as fuck. The whole point of that message is, you might be in a position now and watching this video thinking I'm not where I want to be, and I'm putting the work in. Keep putting that fucking work in, because trust me when I say this, consistency wins every goddamn time. This bodybuilding show, I've committed my absolute life for 18 months to this. I moved to the best city in the world. I've done nothing. I've not drank, I've not partied, I've not socialised, I've not networked as much as I should have, because I've committed everything to building New Gen, and I've committed everything to becoming an IFBB pro. Whether I'll achieve that, fuck knows, but we shall see. Whatever you're putting as input, I believe you're getting as output. So keep those fingers and toes crossed for your boy. But the walk, this is my favourite bit. So you can see the skyline. I live in one of these buildings right here. Can't afford a sea view. So I'm in the mix of that. I've got part marina view, but not full. but what a walk. 5,000 steps to kick the day off, plenty of sun, and I'm sure you can see exactly why I don't want to come back to UK. The new VQ utility range is out. I've got my shorts on, my vest on, sun shining, life is fucking good. But enough of the chit chat. Let's get home, let's get those oats absolutely devoured. I was going to treat you and make baked oats today that I keep sending on Instagram, but I can't be arsed. I'm just going to show you how to make divine oats. And goddamn 150 gram of divine oats. Wow, I've been having a measly 70 and now we have 150. Double a dose, up the dose, let's go. Things just move so quick in Dubai. Like, when I first came here, probably 18 months ago, I lived on the beachfront there at Emo. This harbour probably had like 5 yachts in it. It's got well over 300 now. Like, it is the fastest growing city in the world. They literally started building it within 12 months. It's a high-rise building, fully built. I believe that's the tallest hotel in the world there now. Almost finished. If you've not been to Dubai, get yourself here. It will open your eyes so much. You saw this here first. That'll be the new skyline. That big beast getting built. So the setup today, macros, is 236 protein, 47 grams of fat, 550 carbs, total calories 3,567. So typically the approach that you will take on a high day is you'll bring protein down 20% just to allow a little bit more wiggle room to drive some carbs in. Naturally your fats will drive up slightly just with that uptake in carbohydrates. But the most important thing when running a high day is collecting the data, right? So for me as a coach, if I run a high day with clients and this client is on a photo shoot prep or in my instance a competition prep, you want to utilize foods that you may potentially run coming into their peak week, because what you can understand is how they digest, how the body absorbs the nutrients. So for me, there's no fancy bagels coming in today, there's no Rice Krispies, there's no cereal. It is literally just going to be the same foods that I've eaten, but more. So what we're running with typically is oats, rice, more rice, cream of rice, fruit, dark chocolate, and again, just poultry like your beef mince, your chicken, egg whites, eggs. Veggies kept the same, but in a peak week, usually I'll drop that, or cow will drop it, just to clear the GI up a little bit. But yeah, meal one is a whopping 830 calories. So we're going to break it down into two. We're going to have the oats first, which is 150, and then frozen berries, which are 150. Now, what I will more than likely do is, with the whey isolate that I have with my cream of rice post-workout, is I'll just take 15 gram out of that 30, just blend it into my oats, just so the oats get a little bit more flavour to them. I also have highly branched cyclic dextrin, intra-carbs, which at the minute I can't get hold of in Dubai, so there is 24 gram of carbs, so what I'll do is just get some honey and replace that and put that in my oats. Now I've got really big hands, but that is a proper bowl of oats. Consistency, texture, don't chat to me about oats. Now if you'd have shown me 150 gram of oats at the end of my off season, I'd have slapped you. And as you can see, I've just got every last drop out of them. So meal one, part one done. We're gonna run into part two now, which is just an egg white omelette. I'm meant to have 2 eggs with it, but I'll save that for my chicken. I'll save an egg for one of my chicken and rice meals and another egg for my chicken and rice meals, because there's barely any protein. It's just gonna end up being like a bowl of rice. So I'm gonna have my egg white omelette, my veg. Oats always sit heavy on me, so in terms of loading protocol, me and Cal have learned, like, if this was peak week and we was loading 550 carb, we'd just go cream of rice. Cream of rice just seams through me nicely. It's got a lot less fibre. So meal one, part one done. I'll show you part two. Carbs are working. Pump on without even lifting away. In the Mecca, Lanús. So me and Roz are going to hit a pull session, move a little bit of the food around now, and then show you exactly what impact that food has had. As you can see, vascular as fuck. I feel pumped and I've not even in a set yet. So the snippets of the workout, nothing too major. It's all about showing you guys what that food will do and the benefits, and educating you on that high day. So let's get it. Cardio done, training done. Only boxed off 20 minutes today just because of the high day, so I don't want to accumulate too much fatigue. But get me back home, I am fucking starving. Meal 2 post-workout. 150 chicken, dry weight, 130 rice, dry weight, 100 greens. How I usually operate on a high day is keep salt intake the same. So literally, I go, if I have 5 meals, I aim for like a gram per meal and then round it off at roughly like 6 grams. So this one I have a little bit more in, just with being the post-workout meal, so I usually go for like 2 in that meal. But it works out 6 grams per day. Source of choice at the minute, still banging this sriracha. One thing I will say is just keep a mindful approach with sauces, just because all I do is I have 15 gram like per serving. I don't one day have 15, next day I have 20. I just keep 15 gram in there. It adds up. And when you're trying to get conditioned and pull everything off, you need to be mindful of that. But I'll eat this in peace. We've got the rest of the meal prep just there, as you can see. We've got a beef mince rice, a chicken and rice, a cream of rice. So all rice, but as always, simple food so that I can keep super tight midsection control. And it's data collection ready for peak week, 3 weeks ahead. But yeah, I am fucking starving, so I'm gonna start eating this. And I'm gonna get a seat and eat it. So, wow, see it meal free. Believe it or not, there is some mince in this meal. So here we have meal free. Put it in the microwave for a few minutes because this was pre-cooked earlier. But here we have the dog bowl meal. So this is a terrible meal. but because the rice is with it today, it's a little bit better. So we have 150 extra lean 5% beef mince, 130 dry weight jasmine rice, 100 gram cherry tree tomatoes, and then 100 gram greens. So we've got a little bit more veggie because I pull from my veggies in my final meal, because that's where I'll have 2 eggs. So I'm really smart with my volume. I'm really smart with like my meal timings on high days, but even throughout the week, like when you're dieting, the one thing that you absolutely need to be bulletproof with is your meal timings, man. Like, get that right, because if you slip, you're fucked. So yeah, it's now, I believe, just got off a call with the staff, which we do our weekly review call of the numbers for the business, 4:45, and I've still got 3 meals left. So like I said, I save them for the final part of the day, so I can chill, sit my fat little ass there, watch Netflix, and eat like a little pig. But this high day is not touching the sides at all. If anything, because you're eating more carbs, it spikes your insulin. And if anything, it just makes me hungrier. I'm gonna go to the mall tonight, get a few gifts as I'm heading home next week. So I wanna treat the family, also treat myself. Now that I'm a little bit more downsized, I can actually fit into nice clothes again, so we'll see. But yeah, 2 minutes in the microwave, then I'll show you the finished article. Dog bowl dish free, let's get it. So I'm gonna eat this in peace, and I'm gonna give you a masterclass on how to make cream of rice when you're dieting. There's a big difference between when you're eating cream of rice in an off season versus when you're dieting. Volume is king, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna tuck into this. Another one down. Medium Nando's is too hot for me. Never again. Fucking mouth's on fire. That's also the last swear word. I've swore about 5 times. I do apologise. Sorry, mum. We've got cream of rice. 130 gram of this now. So with cream of rice, what you've got to do is, when you're in a diet, times the water by 5. When you're in a surplus, times it by 4. So if we've got 130 gram here, which is quite a lot of cream of rice, 5 times the water, which will be, wish my prep brain's not having that, 130 times 5, 650 water. So it takes a little bit longer to cook, but this will be a full bowl of cream of rice. And again, the best one, I've said it on numerous videos, cookie dough, supplement needs, Ben 10 at the checkout. Key ingredient, you forget that, game over. Now, what I do is, because it takes a while with this amount of volume, I usually do a minute stir, but with this amount, I'm just literally gonna do 2 minutes, and then I'll stir, and then I'll repeat minute stir till I get the consistency. We've got 20 gram of dark chocolate, we've got 15 gram of honey, we've got 150 berries, and then we've got a whey paste on top. Still undecided whether I'll have the whey paste or whether I'll make a protein mug cake. You'll have to see. First 2 minutes down, still like water, but it's lumpy. What you've got to do is get rid of every lump. So again, that's literally just water. So we'll bang it in for another minute. So we've got the whey paste here. I've gone for the caramel biscuit, whey ISO, and then I like it so it's like a paste. The cream of rice, it's a little bit hard on the top, and then it's like a yogurt, but that's why it doesn't fill you so much. So in an off season, it's unbelievable, way better than oats. On prep, it's not so good because I'll eat that, even though there's 130 gram, won't touch the sides. But I enjoy it, and it's my little treat. And plus there's a lot less fibre. Sits better than oats, like the oats I ate earlier made me need a nap, even though I rinsed them in a few minutes. But we've got 150 berries. We'll go for a mixture, usually go like 75 blueberries, and then I'll go 75 raspberries. Literally got packs of blueberries and raspberries in the freezer, times 50. Then we've got 85% dark chocolate, 20 gram. Reason for 85%, not 70, is because 85% is higher in fat, lower in carbohydrates. Put this on now and it melts. And then we pour the finishing touch on. I used to hate dark chocolate. Remember when my first ever coach put it on my plan and I ate it, I was like, you fucking kidding? It's like charcoal. But that's what bodybuilding does to you, it turns you weird. It turns you definitely weird with food. Oh, come on, I want to eat this goddamn thing. Thing about cream of rice, it takes ages to make. More? I'm not complaining. Come on, there we go. So there we have it, and then the finishing touch, which this will just be a nice additional flavour to it. I'm acting as if I'm fucking cooking a Sunday dinner. That is what I call perfect dish of cream of rice. 130 cream of rice, 20 dark chocolate, 150 mixed berries, 30 gram of a whey paste. Try it, let me know what you think in the comments. And I almost forgot the key ingredient, 15 gram of honey. Don't forget that. I get that with a little spoon. And I'm still starving. People who think high days are so good, they're not. They make me hungrier, they make me more tired, and then the next day is hell. Back to baseline tomorrow, which is probably like 2-4, so tomorrow's gonna suck on its legs. Hoping this will be the final leg day before prep is done, like 3 weeks out, but equal if it's not, we'll get it done. 10 to 8, I'm gonna nip to the mall. I'll come back and have my final meal. So here we've got the final meal. 2 whole eggs, fried, 100 greens, there is some chicken in there, 130 dry rice, 150 chicken, and I'll sit and eat that as my final meal. A little bit later than planned, but typically that is what a high day looks like. And in truth, I feel fucked. I'm eating this a little bit later because I went to the mall, but I got some extra steps in and digested that cream of rice. What you can see within this vlog is the food's very simple. It digests well. We're not putting any fancy shit in it. And this is all data collection. This is the exact same process as what I repeat with my clients when we run high days, when we're trying to get them in shoot shape, when we're trying to prep them for the stage, because the high day is to replenish glycogen, it's to shift fatigue, it's to bring some fullness back, it's to give that extra inch in training performance. I've got a big leg session tomorrow, and then we pick the data up in the morning with where I'll land in terms of scale weight. So you don't want to use this as an opportunity to indulge or overindulge or miss the mark and just eat shit basically and think, right, okay, that's within my macros, because then the data is not valid. And when you're prepping for amateur Olympia, we need all the data that we can get. But I feel super full. Like I've just tried some t-shirts on in the changing rooms and I was bursting vascularity. So to say I'm 3 weeks out, I'm not flat at all. And I'm maintaining a lot more fullness this year, and I think that's just because of the muscle maturity that I have, the density that I carry across my frame. You saw the post-workout shots. There's a little bit more to come off the back. We're gonna get the chisel and the hammer out on that this week. But I think now this will pretty much be it. We'll drag flat till next Thursday when I fly home. We've got the coach convention in Birmingham where Cal's gonna be there, and we'll run it in person, and at that point I'll be 14 days out. So we'll know exactly the process of what we're doing. But we've ran 500 carbs for the first refeed, back to back, 550 in and out in a day today. And we'll review the data in the morning. But hope you took some value from that. As you can see, I'm struggling, fatigue's high, energy's low. You think today would bring you back to life, but for me the high days just put me in the bin even more. So I'm gonna get an early night, double dose of supplement, need sleep stack with some magnesium and melatonin, hit the hay, and then we're gonna abolish legs first thing in the morning. But remember to subscribe. We're nearly at 15,000 subscribers, and that would mean the world to get me there. I'm gonna take you every step along this prep, the good, the bad, and let's hope we bag that fucking pro card. But I'll see you in the next one.